Here is the news at 6. First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu inaugurates Ikeja Overpass Bridge. Nigerian Navy arrests 14 suspects in pound vessel for illegal fishing. On the foreign scene, earthquake kills 127 people in China. In sports, Cycling Association urges corporate bodies to support the sport to boost international recognition. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has inaugurated the 620 meters Ikeja Overpass Bridge along the Red Line corridor and fourth in the first phase by the state government. Governor Sanwo-Olu unveiled the T-Bridge alongside the Governor of Kwara State and Chairman, Nigeria Governors Forum Abdurrahman Abdul Razak with a charge on residents to take ownership of the project as government will continue to deliver infrastructure that the safety of residents and boost their economic activities.
We have prioritized the implementation of our integrated transport system under our traffic management and transportation in our Teams Plus agenda. As a result, we have delivered life-enhancing transport infrastructure that are making life easier for our average Lagosian, so that indeed Lagos can be on the road, on the journey, at ensuring that we can compete favorably with other sustainable, reliant, and resilient cities that we have in the globe.
Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa, commended Governor Sanwo-Olu for not abandoning the project, which will impact positively on the lives of residents and reduce travel time around the axis. Commissioner for Transportation Oluwaseun Oshiyemi noted that the Sanwo-Olu administration is committed to transformative vision to create seamless, efficient transport policies in line with the master plan to ensure Lagosians experience a sustainable system that enhances connectivity in a serene environment. Managing Director, Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, Lamata Abimbola Akinjo, stated that the bridge is the fourth in the first phase to be built across the Red Line remaining Mushin Overpass Bridge, which is near completion, while Pen Cinema, Yaba and Oyingbo have been completed and open to motorists.
This train line will reduce congestion, emission, and facilitate easy movement for our commuters and goods. I want to really appreciate all stakeholders for their cooperation to get us to the point that we are at today.
Our correspondent, Adiola Kindele, reports that the other rail level crossing over which bridges must be built in the second phase with the support of the federal government include Jonathan Kolka, Fagba, PWD, Ikeja GRA, Ilupeju Bypass, and Fadi. Lagos State government has officially pulled out former head of service Hakim Moriokwala from the state civil service. Mr. Moriokwala, who was the 21st head of service in the state, was recently appointed as the principal private secretary to President Bola Tinubu. Speaking at the event held at Adeyemi Bero Auditorium, Alausa, Ikeja, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu commended the selfless service of the celebrant, his level of loyalty, sincerity, uniqueness, and dedication to the state civil service, which is ranked the best in the country.
Mr. Moriokwala, not only did he allow Mr. Deputy and I to settle in very, very well as the 15th governor of the state, he literally handheld us in our first few days and months, because at that time we had nobody, we had no staff, we had no support of anything. Thank you very much for staying and for supporting us to be able to stabilize the governance of Lagos at that time.
Lagos State Head of Service, Bode Agoro, thanked God and expressed sincere appreciation and joy for Moriokwala's very supportive role in delivering efficient public service through commitment, diligence, and exceptional leadership. Governor Sanwo-Olu, the celebrant, and the new HOS Bodia Guru inspected a parade of honor conducted by officers of the Lagos Fire and Rescue Service, Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, Neighborhood Safety Corps, Vehicle Inspection Service, and the Nigerian Police. The event was attended by Governor of Kwara State Abdurrahman Abdul Razak, wife of the celebrant Mrs. Abisola Muri-Okunla, his mother Madam Feintola Muri-Okunla, top government functionaries, civil servants, representatives of various trade unions, among others. In his response, the immediate past head of service, Hakim Muri-Okunla, appreciated God for giving him the opportunity to serve. He also thanked Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for his support throughout his years of service in Lagos State and expressed appreciation to the entire civil service for their loyalty and dedication. Muri-Okunla commended the state government and other government functionaries for providing a conducive atmosphere for him to thrive, pledging his constant support to the government and the people of Lagos State.
In the body of permanent sector, I could never have been successful without your cooperation. I could never have been labeled in all the words and adjectives that have been used this morning if you didn't allow it. I can only continue to count on you to give the 22nd in the service. My successor in office, brother and friend.
Scores of well-wishers, including 7 retired permanent secretaries and family members, gave a glowing tribute to the former Lagos head of service. Muri-Okunla was thereafter inducted into the Association of Lagos State Retired Heads of Service and Permanent Secretaries, ALAPS. Speaking at the event, Permanent Secretary, Public Service Office, Sukomi Igbola, said Muri-Okunla has laid a solid foundation for his successors to build on, carved a niche for himself, and also placed his name in gold. Now to the rest of the stories. The Nigerian Navy forward operating base at Ibaka in Mbo local government area of Akwa Ibom has arrested 14 suspects for illegal fishing and impounded their vessel. Those arrested were 4 Ghanaians and 10 Nigerians who were handed over to the Federal Department of Fisheries and Aquaculture in Calabar by the commanding officer of the base, Captain Uche Aneke. Aneke said the suspects were arrested within 5 nautical miles in the Calabar Channel for engaging in illegal trawling. He explained that the suspects were duly informed not to disembark from the vessel, while armed guards were assigned on board for security checks. 29 drivers have been given awards of recognition by the Lagos State Drivers Institute LASDRI for their dedication and safety consciousness. Speaking at the Institute's year 2023 Drivers Recognition Award ceremony, the General Manager, Officer Tiamiyu, said the award with the theme Nigerian Drivers in the Face of Today's Economy was exclusively designed to showcase government's commitment to safety and safety on Lagos roads. Tiamiyu said the award, being the first by the Institute since its was started, gave her immense pleasure considering what professional drivers contributed to the economy of Lagos. The General Manager urged them to renew their commitment to promoting the culture of safety, responsibility, and continuous learning. Also, in a message, the Commissioner for Transportation, Oluwaseun Oshiemi, said the theme of the event attests to the Lagos State government's commitment to encouraging and motivating trained professional drivers in the public and private sectors. In foreign news, at least 127 people have been killed in northwest China in the country's deadliest earthquake for years. The 6.2 magnitude quake hits mountainous Guangxu province around midnight on Monday after shaking neighboring Weihai. Report says fatalities may rise with more than 700 reported injured in ICU conditions. Meanwhile, Chinese President Xi Jinping has ordered thousands of rescue crew to the region, among the poorest and most diverse in China. The earthquake is the country's deadliest since 2014, when more than 600 people were killed by a quake in southwestern Yunnan province. In sport now, corporate bodies have been urged to support cycling in the country as a way of boosting the sport, particularly because of its health benefits and international recognition. Chairman of the Ogun State Cycling Association, Femi Thomas, lamented the neglect of the sport by corporate organizations and government and called for more sponsorship in order to grow the sport. Thomas, who is also a board member of the Cycling Federation of Nigeria, said the scarcity of funds from the government and sponsorship from corporate organizations have deprived cycling a pride of a place in the country's sports calendar. He said a lot of programs have been lined up for next year, including the Tour d'Afrique, which is the Lagos to Ghana, the World Bicycle Day, and the usually monthly activities. According to him, there are also international tournaments which include Tour de Benin, Congo Tour, Tour of Burkina Faso, the African Championship, and the All African Games in Ghana. And that's it on the news at 6, but just before we go, stay alive, make use of pedestrian bridges where available. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Watch us live on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, on YouTube. Subscribe and watch all our previous programs and news on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that's the Sanwo-Olu administration trained 500 unemployed youth in soft skills and job interview program? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has inaugurated 620 meters Ikeja overpass bridge along the Red Line corridor, the fourth in the first phase by the state government. The Nigerian Navy forward operating base at Ibaka in Mbo local government area of Akwa Ibom has arrested 14 suspects for illegal fishing and impounded their vessel. We also told you that at least 127 people have been killed in northwest China in the country's deadliest earthquake for years. And finally, in sport, corporate bodies have been urged to support cycling in the country as a way of boosting the sport, particularly because of its health benefits and international recognition. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to newsroom@trafficradio@lagosstate.gov.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebeshi. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good evening.